Albuquerque man tracked down a neighbor who had been spotted with a gun and killed him. Was he a good Samaritan or was he a vigilante? That's what the DA has to decide. And that's why she is now asking the FBI to take a look at this case. Here's News 13's Tina Jensen.
APD said it was self-defense and didn't recommend charges, but the family of the young man who was killed insists it was murder. Police say the night Jonathan Mitchell died, he was first spotted in a neighbor's driveway in Ventana Ranch with a gun. No one knows what the Iraq War veteran who had PTSD and had been drinking was doing there. But when Donnie Pearson heard what was happening around the block from his house, he hopped into his SUV with his 15-year-old son and drove around looking for the gunman. Police helicopter video shows what happened next. Mitchell, who had returned to his own house, fired off a shot from his garage as Pearson pulled up. A few seconds later, Pearson fired back, killing Mitchell.
Donnie Pearson was ready to shoot Jonathan, and he did stop, and that's when Jonathan perceived the threat, and that's why Jonathan shot first.
Jonathan Mitchell's father, Isaac, has spent the last 7 months combing through police reports and listening to 911 calls to try to piece together what happened that night. The family questions why Pearson never told the 911 operator he shot at Mitchell, and questions Pearson's account of what led up to the shooting.
And all of a sudden I look over and there's a guy running down the sidewalk, and he runs into this garage that's open, and he turns to me and he fires a shot at my vehicle.
The family also raised other questions with the district attorney, like why text messages Pearson's son sent about the incident weren't retrieved as part of the investigation, and why it lacks a full ballistics report. The family says those are big holes in the investigation, and they hope another agency will take a closer look into what happened on this street 7 months ago. At a meeting with the family, District Attorney Carrie Brandenburg agreed to ask the FBI to review the case before she makes a decision on charges. The family says they hope she gives a jury the chance to decide who provoked the shooting.
That's vigilantism. You know, you can't take matters into your own hands. That's why we have a police force to begin with. You don't do that.
The district attorney says she'll ask the FBI to review the case, but it's up to the FBI to decide if it will. Back to you.
Okay, Tina, the NAACP, which likens this shooting to the Trayvon Martin case in Florida, also wants an independent review of the evidence. Now, we tried reaching Donnie Pearson, but he is no longer living in that neighborhood.